With the sun over there, we can't see much. We come around a little bit. We finally got our chains put on the chopper head. Finally. That was not the original. That was the original goal. If we look in here, it's hard to tell. See that kind of blue thing there is a seal. We ended up putting bearings in here, there, everywhere. Anything that moves in the row units. Like 30 something bearings. Because some of them were out, and that's why the chain broke, because things got out of alignment. So after many days of dealing with finding bearings and parts and chains, assembly, disassembly, lots of disassembly, dealing with rust, it's together mostly. We gotta tip it down still and check our tension on the chains. They may be a little tight. These lower gathering chains there, those are a little bit of a challenge. Those are a special chain. I mean, they use this chain on the New Holland 360 heads, and this is more like your standard corn head gathering chain. Those are hard to find. The dumb part is that chain, for twice the length, is only $10 more for the Model 360 head. This is a 390, no, a 939. It's a 939. And yeah, this same chain is used on the 360 head. The 360 head came with, say, FP230s, newer pull types. And it's twice the length of this chain, so we just cut them in half. That's only a $10 difference to the dealer for them. I mean, this head had like a 12-year production run, but only came with self-propelleds, not the one you see over there. This head is newer than the chopper, but it had a 12-year run, but it's being only sold with self-propelleds. They sold at least 10 to 1 as pull types that had a different model head on it, the lower profile like the 360 or even a 890 head, which is a very similar concept to this. Not a whole lot of difference, but they use a different lower gathering chain. Chopper always looks so different without a head on it. It's not like we changed much. We didn't get any wheat planted yet, so probably this is just gonna sit in the barn all summer with the corn head on, unless we try to green chop sweet corn with the direct cut again. Depends on how unclean of weeds the sweet corn gets, or whether we just try to chop sweet corn with this next year. I prefer using this, just because of our inability to get everything with the direct cut, but if we use this, that means it's less weedy. That's why I want to use it. He needs to be way over this way. See, he can't see what's going on so well. You're gonna have to back up and do it again. That's the joys of hooking up the head. I guess we decided we're gonna stick with our shear bar placement. It's still where it was from wheat after we tried to weld up the edge. We've already got enough money dumped into this, so maybe next year we'll think about, you know, getting a new one that's unadulterated. He's got to realize that his arm needs to be coming down right here, which is straight in front of him. So he's a little offset, but not quite. He'll probably hit on that side first, but we'll watch this side come in. He's a little crooked, but we'll work with it. The head's not level either, so that side of the head is sitting too low, but we gotta at least get close. Okay. Straight, oh, go down. Something's hitting over here. Ooh. Yeah. are down. See, what's different about a chopper head versus, say, a combine head is there's no throat. Like, it just pivots right there at the edge of the feed rolls. So those two little lift arms. We're gonna probably have to get a jack for that side, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Okay, we're getting there really fast. Yeah, we're too low. Okay, that's good, that's good. We have our handy dandy jack holding up this side. We look closer over here. We have a chance. See how well Dad can creep it forward? Okay. Keep coming. Close. We're gonna hit. Stops. See if I can get more action out of the jack. That looked good. Tie your wheels. Yeah. Turn hard. Okay, come on. Oh, right in there. Let's see, we get the pins. We can get one side in real easy now. Somewhere down in here. Slide one piece behind. It started through the bottom. Okay, keep pulling forward. Okay, that looks pretty good. We do it okay, Shiloh? The other side. It's not as quick as say a quick attach. Oh, combine head, right? Need him to creep a little farther forward. It's not going in. There we go. Got that one. Let's see if the other side will drop. There we go. It's in. Yay. We can lift it up and back it out. Corn head's finally back on for the first time in forever. Well, you know, since June when we chopped the wheat. We chopped the wheat anti-early and we're chopping corn anti-early. But we planted super long season corn super late, so it's only been frosted on and it'll have no chance of being properly mature for grain. I don't need these anymore. At least we better not. Just gotta put the drive chain on the head and we'll let it run for a few minutes because we gotta get the chains to set in and check to see if we're happy with where we set the tension. Those bottom ones there's no spring. It's, we'll say static tension, if that's a thing. It won't move, and we probably should pull the jack stands, I guess. And we don't need these. We'll go in the toolbox there in a minute. Oh, this is a real suicide trap to get this one out. I don't even know. There's something. It'll be fun in a day or two when a cold front comes through and it gets less warm to watch it start. But here goes nothing. First time turning it over. I guess they had to lift it up so we're not on the ground. But we're just gonna let it run. Let the chains say push the grease around because they're assembled with grease in the pins. Yeah, let's spin it. Well, nothing's broke yet. It sounds good, it's quiet. Of course, the chains are all greasy. Just gonna let it sit here and run. I mean, I'm most worried about the bottom ones. This one looks tight. You see how that lower gathering chain is shaking? That's usually a sign of being extra tight. They look good, it's quiet. Don't hear any screeching or squawking. Of course, it better not screech or squawk. We got fresh bearings pretty much everywhere, except for the idlers at the tip and the 2 idlers at the back. Everything else, you know, is fresh. There's shine everywhere. Hopefully that'll last us, you know, a good 10 years or more. We don't have to worry about it for a while. You gotta remember, we just put this one chain on it right there. Put some oil on it. Is how the blades down low run together. The right side blade is held on by the left side blade. There is a spring, and it's kind of like a wobbly extension where the end is a little loose. Like the splines are set up spherically so that this blade can wiggle, and it's always in constant contact with the other blade, which is permanently straight. Well, in the waning moments of daylight, we're finally going to get to try this thing out. Maybe make some traffic mad on the little one-lane road. Chances are they shouldn't be here because they don't live on a one-lane road. Well, it's quiet, whatever that's worth. Hey, look, safety flasher. Let's see how Dad does one-armed. This was his idea. Well, it's feeding in good. It's coming out the back, so that's a good sign. Hard to see the flow because it's getting dark. It looked like it was feeding in well, and then we slowed down. Maybe he's making sure it's going in the wagon. See, you just need like flow of stocks to push other stocks in. That's half the challenge. This stuff got thoroughly frosted off. The ears are drooping, but the leaves are green. I bet if we open up one of the shucks, the kernels will almost be juicy. And it looks like they're feeding it in good. They're coming in and then wrapping around and down into the auger. The dryness could be a slight challenge. being drippy. But I think once you get a couple of them, it'll suck it in. We got a 3208 cat burning lots of fuel, so it should be able to handle those little slugs of corn coming through. But we're gonna have to get more chopping action in the daylight. Tomorrow or the next day, we'll see how much rain we get. Oh, it's gonna be a snowstorm behind the wagon, all right. The head is about 10 years newer than the chopper. The head would have came with like a 1900 or a 1915. It could be as new. Actually, it's got Ford on it, so it could be over 10 years newer. Maybe closer to 15. So back to the rarity bit. Yeah, they were selling 10-to-1 full types, which now, like the biggest pull types are nowhere close to the biggest self-propelled. Or back in the day when this chopper was new, they put the biggest pull type on a frame with its own motor, and voila, it's self-propelled. No pull type currently is going to go out there and pull in 10 rows. I mean, you can probably do 4 at best. Those are some pretty large machines. At least right now there's not much breeze. It was very windy all day. If we were doing this in more daylight, yeah, we'd have corn blowing everywhere. We got the water tank filling, and we'll be putting water in with this when we get going in the next dry day.